Alright guys, I've got a couple of questions. I had a couple of questions about this. A couple guys at work. This is my almost completed undercarriage. There's my undercarriage that I built. I had cheap ass pneumatic tires. The welds actually broke in them, and in the hub itself, they were just extremely cheap tires. I couldn't actually believe how cheap they were. So anyway, this, we'll start here. This had the triple tap adapter. This is what it was from Harbor Freight. Got a triple tap on this, and the plug was on this side. What I did was I put 12 gauge wire right here on this side because it had 14 gauge going in, and this is 12 gauge here. So that's that. That's 40 feet long. It's got the handle on it. It's got stops right there to actually stop it before it smacks that. You got a spring on it to return it. One thing I've always wanted to do is have an air compressor right where I was working, instead of having to turn that one on and stretch the hose and all that bullshit. I have where I could just stretch this line 40 feet out and run the air compressor. So that's that. It's a Craftsman 125 PSI max, 1 horse, 3 gallon. It's 2.5 CFM at 90 pounds, which is pretty damn good. Now this air compressor I bought at Osh, and it was a we pay the sales tax event, and this was on sale for $99.99. So I walked out of the door for $114 because I bought a kit, a fitting kit that you see right there. And the first thing I did when I bought that air compressor, I took the regulator off. It's the best thing you could do when you buy a new air compressor. But yeah, it puts out excellent air, keeps up with a 1/2 inch impact amazingly well. And then this I just had over back in there, and the hose was all kind of weather beaten. So I bought a new hose, and it's that Flexzilla stuff, which is actually working pretty damn well. 25 feet, because the hose reel was originally 25 feet. Then I got this in use deal here, where you can put the plug in there and put the wire through there, and it's waterproof and all that good stuff. Anyway, I have a plug over here with twin USB outputs. One's for my phone, one's for my speakers. These are tamper resistant, weather resistant plugs here. This one's just a normal plug. But these tamper and weather resistant, all the hardware is stainless steel, and it's good shit. And let's see, we got a line of what's it called, Romex, going along the back there over to another outlet here, or a set of 4 duplexes, or 2 duplexes, excuse me, with the same exact setup, with the extra duty in use. And they're weather resistant, tamper resistant, and of course we have the lights. I've been waiting to get these lights. I was gonna set it up like I had it on that one, where I just stuck the bolt through the cheap ass things, but I figured I'd do it the better way. and do it the correct way. So that's attached there with 4 bolts, and this is only like, I don't even know what wall that is. It's pretty thin shit. It's about 1/8 maybe, but so far it's actually been great. I actually am not done with it. I actually plan on making covers here so that the sun doesn't get to the air compressor. I actually have all this stuff covered with the boxes right now. That, and then that box there for the air compressor. But my dad actually had this air compressor, and he was extremely happy with it. So I asked to borrow it one day to see if it would fit on my platform here, and it fit perfectly right there with room to spare. I got about a 1/2 inch back there, so I'm good. I'm happy. I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is actually welded on my box, so I couldn't really bolt it on with where it was. So I got 25 feet of air hose, 40 feet of electrical, and I can turn that either way. I have another one of these. It's right outside my front gate here, and this actually had what do you call them? The snap rings on it, to where you can pull the pin out. This doesn't have anything of that sort, so it was kind of a bitch and a half to mount. So, and I got the 3 hookups on there, but I've tested it, works great. I don't even have an oil change on that air compressor yet. I gotta do a lot of work on the Jeep. I'm gonna need quite a bit of air, and the problem is that air compressor over there is noisier than this air compressor here. And the only thing I might change is it does vibrate to where you hear the wrenches rattling in the box, but they don't move. They just rattle. That's about it. So I might actually put rubber pads that I have in my other toolbox. I have little 2x2 square, 2x2 by 1/2 inch thick rubber pads that I might put underneath, so that it's more isolated than just the, because I do have the original rubber mounts there. So the other thing I was thinking of doing was hardwiring this air compressor, just hardwiring it to one of those. But I don't know, I'm still thinking about that. So yeah, everything is good so far. So we're getting there. I was thinking about, like I was saying, putting a roof kind of cover deal on here that covers the air compressor, so that it doesn't get rained on. Or I know this stuff's supposed to be in the garage, but we're working on that. So anyway, that's my undercarriage update. So I'm happy so far. Oh, my other two drawers are over here. I gotta get make clips for them to keep them on the rails, because my clips disappeared. I don't know where they went. So anyway, we're good. I like it.